Hey folks, welcome to my Christmas recycler haul stream. Oh, I can see there's already some people in the YouTube chat. So I'm planning this time to make my stream a little different from my previous streams, and just keep an eye on the YouTube chat and see if anything nice pops up and make it a little more interactive. I can see that Kin25 from TX Keyboards has already joined along with Mike and Miguel. So amazing to see some nice people in there. So first viewer request. Just a quick shot, just a quick smile at the camera. Yeah, and the standard YouTube routine. Thanks very much to all my Patreons. Yeah, for everyone in the $10 tier. I've got cookies here now. I made them myself. Serve yourself. No? You don't want them? Fine. Okay, more for me. Thanks for making it possible to join the Duck Jetfire group buy. Of course, gotta keep them coming. Of course, I'm just joking. I don't have a Patreon, and yeah, I still made these cookies myself. They're pretty good, pretty damn good. So let's get this started. Snapping my gloves on. This is when stuff gets serious. It was a pretty nice recycle haul today. I thought the year was already over. Wow, I found this one of the keyboards. it was literally jolted into the keyboard. I wasn't expecting another haul this year, but it seems like during the cold season, people spend a lot of time inside their houses, and they clean up and they throw away some keyboards. And this is why I had probably the biggest haul of the year. I was having a hard time because I don't have great memory, so it might be one of the biggest hauls of the past 2 weeks, which is the only one. So yeah. Oh yeah, another thing I learned from my previous streams, I'm now trying to label them in the right order. So I'm going to be starting with this label because I started using these streams as reference for myself, and I found it pretty difficult to find keyboard number 87 when I randomly number them. So now, since I'm going to be using the numbers in order, like in the right order, it's going to be much easier to find a keyboard in the stream, especially when I take out the caps later on. I still have the sticker. I strip the caps off the G81s and then I clean them, and I keep the sticker with the keycaps all along. And then I wanted to find out which keycaps were actually missing, so I checked back to the stream, and yeah, I had a hard time finding the right one. And this is why I'm doing this in the right direction now, right order. Yeah, you've already guessed it. This is a pretty classic standard keyboard, G80 3000 MX Black switches. Nothing fancy, nothing spectacular, but still something you shouldn't ever leave at the recycler. It's got a couple of nice stabs in there. It's got some nice MX Black switches, which are the Connoisseur, which are pretty damn decent. The date code's, it's an O date code, like the letter O, which is probably in the 2000s even. But those switches are pretty neat. They're pretty, like, they don't have the butter of vintage blacks on them, but they have pretty good smoothness. yeah, nice keyboard here. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to sticker them. It's a solid find. I'm kind of like, every time I find a G80, I'm like, well, at least something to use, like something to take home. I'm finding so many G81s these days, and I can't take them anymore. Okay. Next up. I've had a couple of those, but I holy shit. This keyboard is shiny. Like, this keyboard is shiny to a point where even double shot keycaps would start losing their legends. Look at this. Like, I think they're starting to lose substance here. Really, really well. Really, like for a Cherry MX keyboard, you would say well broken in, but for an Alps keyboard, you would say it's not so nice. Damn, where's my keycap puller? Oh, there it is. Here we go. Yeah, and you might have guessed it. Still checking the chat for guesses. Yeah, I've had a very similar one with a Plantronics logo on here for a while. It's a pretty nice keyboard, and it has white Alps, and it looks like they do look. I'm not an Alps expert, but they do look pretty pine to me. What do you think? Some slits, some clicks. Gotta say, it's pretty clean for a well-used keyboard. So this keyboard was definitely not used in the dirt, just some dirty fingers, but you can see that the key, oh yeah, there's some dirt down there, but the dirt's not anywhere near where I was expecting it to be with a keyboard that shiny. I got new boxes for my keyboards. These are actually... Oh! Sticker! Sticker! My label printer actually went out of tape, and I got... I used to run my label printer on cheap counterfeit, like not counterfeit, but cheap third-party supply tape, and now I went back to genuine brother tape, and it's actually worse. Like, I did like the third-party tape more. This is another one of those bread and butter keyboards. It's technically a G80 1500, I think. It definitely comes with MX blacks here. The keycaps are pretty worthless PBT caps. Come with a couple of stabs. Yeah, it's G80 1500. It's one of these Krankenkassenversicherungskarten-Lesegerät keyboards. So it comes with a card reader here that has been taped over. Other than that, it's a solid find. It's something I'm going to be selling for parts, I guess. These usually come with like a pretty nasty, thick multi-connection cable thingy here because the card reader has to go somewhere. It's been cut off, and I'm not heartbroken about it. Okay. Next up. Yeah. This is what I was talking about. Someone like properly screwed into the keyboard. This is where the other screw was that I just removed. Yep. Oh well, yeah. Already spoiling here. It's a G81 worthless piece of crap with nice double shots. Nice meaning that they're nice keycaps, but they're dirty and they're not as shiny as they are dirty. Oh well, some are very dirty. Like someone's been paging down a lot, so you can say that. Yeah, a couple of caps are pretty shiny. This one is going to be scrapped for caps. So if you want something like a 60%, these caps are going to be perfect for you. This one's gone forever. I couldn't find it in the basket. So yeah, I got about a lot of these sets to sell and I really have to get started. Okay. And there's another one. This is yet another Krankenversicherungskarten-Lesegerät keyboard, but this is the really nice one that came with these kind of white keycaps. Like they used to be white. If you look down here, it's more like a white gray. You can find them in all shades of yellowed, up to something like near banana. These are okay-ish. These keyboards are well known for having great switches. I'm going to do the connoisseur thing again. Holy shit. The pause button is shiny. That's the first time I've seen a shiny pause button. So it's not a good test button for the switch. Oh yeah, these switches are nice. I guess super smooth. Yeah. Very happy with that. Oh yeah, of course it's MX Blacks and really nice MX Blacks. The caps are, yeah, if you like drown them in hydrogen peroxide for a week and sandblast them, you might be able to use them again. But these keyboards are usually super shiny, but they have a great reputation for their switches, and this one doesn't disappoint. Anyone's interested in nice and smooth linear cherries is going to be very happy about this one. I might be selling this one without the caps. See if I can find someone interested in the caps. Oh, there. Oh. Now we're already getting to one of the gems of today's haul. The classic. Like, this is Merry Christmas to me. Every time I pull out one of these high screen G81 SADs, my heart opens up, and I can feel the warm and thick cherry love from the 90s. G81 SAD, real favorite. Like, you just never get tired of these. Like, I'm starting to get tired of the hat caps, the HAD, but you never get tired of the SAD caps. Just this kind of subtle blurriness of the font that you have here, and the nice crisp contrast, the non-yellowing. This one's actually, you can tell in the case where the sun was coming from, because there's a little unyellowed shadow under the keycaps here. Yeah, just a little keck for you guys. Okay, but today was Model M Day, and I don't just say that. Like, this is just the first Model M, and it's got Model M switches. Oh, it's missing a couple of little hoodies here. It's a blue label Model M, standard layout, bread and butter. It's got the, is that a PS? Yeah, it looks like a PS2 connector, so that's very neat. No need to get like an expensive SDL cable. The date code is yeah, It's about 20 years old, so it's legal, guys. Next up, there is an even nicer Model M, which is a gray label, like a gray square oval label Model M. Should be a bit older, and it's got this is a pretty neat one. Nice font. It is from 1992. Oh wow, what's the format here? Is the format year, month, day? Because then it would be pretty close to today's date, which is yeah, pretty funny. This is one of the SDL versions, though it came with the SDL cable, but I left it in the box. Oh, it's missing a little flippy foot here. I can replace that. Yeah. Model M's, yeah. I don't look for them. They keep coming, and yeah. I'm happy you guys are interested in them, because I just can't get excited for them. Okay, I gotta move the first box of keyboards that I sorted. Yeah. And here's another one. Oh, this is this is the funny thing. Like, one of these boxes that I was going through today had a ton of these F-122 battle cruisers. This one's the broken one. All the other ones are in good condition. Cute keyboards with the terminal connector. So funny, because they were all like at the same place. I don't know if someone kind of abandoned his collection, or if some company was having several of them and got them over several years. Oh, did I mix up F and M? Oh no. Yeah, I just saw in the chat that someone told me these are Model M, not F. If I said F-122, then I'm sorry. Those are obviously M-122s. I'm really sorry for the confusion. So everything, there's no Model Fs in the hall today. M-122, the not so super popular cousin of the F-122. Oh, this one's from the 90s. Oh yeah, so it's obviously year, month, day, because there's no 15th month of the year. Yeah. So okay, here's another one. Model M switches, nice caps. The weird Battle Cruiser Legends. Even though like there's a couple of cute legends on the. There's a couple of cute legends on the nav cluster here. This one's gotta be the cutest key. Yeah, one's gotta be the cutest legend ever. Like, I like the A with the little roof over it, but this one's crazy. Like, stop it. And yet another one. Blue label again this time. I swear they're all from the same batch, but they come with different labels. Oh, that was another one in the queue. Yeah, another Model M, again with the terminal connector. I think you can put in a little, you can put in a Teensy or a Pro Micro and just convert these to USB. Oh, and another one. This one's a gray label again. And yeah, also like this one, I think even it's even got all the caps, like all the little hoodies on the keycaps. Pretty much same layout, same configuration, also with the terminal connector here. And another one. I would trade them all for a single F122. It's from 1990 again. Oh, it's missing both of the flip out feet. Well. Oh, I just found a little escape cap. Gonna find out which one's missing this. And there's another one. Doesn't sound like there's any broken rivets. Blue label once again. Sounds good. And here we go. Okay, this is the first box. I'm gonna get the second box now. Here we go. Keyboards are heavy. Okay, let's start with this one. Yeah. This is a nice one. Yeah. Finally some good news. Some cross-shaped stems. Calms me a little bit. And yeah, oh yeah, I wanted you to see this. Like, I have never seen a broken Cherry MX stem so far. Like, I have seen a lot of broken Cherry MY stems, but these MX stems, they just don't break. It's so amazing. So the keycap is literally, like, only the stem is left. Like, something really bad happened to that. I think the switch is even, like, I think it moved a little bit. It's a tiny bit bent if I see that correctly. So something terrible happened to that keycap. And the stem didn't break. Like, if this was an MY keyboard and G81, the stem would be everywhere. Like, probably half the keycaps would be gone, and there would be blood everywhere, and gore and stuff, and dead babies. In this case, we just lost part of the keycap, and the rest of the keyboard is still fine. So that's how good MX switches are compared to the crappy MY switches, which are literally just presentation material for the SAD keycaps. So some people just got the crazy idea to type on them. This is a pretty nice one. It's got one of the weirdest keycaps. It's got a 2-unit shift. Like, I always thought this was like an 1800 layout 1.75 unit shift, but it's a 2-unit shift. It's stabilized. Yeah. Thanks for making like a keycap that's pretty much unusable. Well, it's not unusable, but still, it's weird. It's a G80 11900. Oh, how smooth are they? I'm not gonna use the pause switch anymore after I've seen one that's worn down to shiny. Rolling. That's how we rollen. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I have to say, quite nice. Yeah. happy with that. I thought to myself, I'm gonna do a keyboard sale in January. Like when you all got your Christmas money to spend and when you don't have to buy any more presents, you can start buying my shit. I really gotta let go of some keyboards. And by some I mean a lot. Oh yeah, here's the next one. Okay, here's another classic. I think that's a deja vu. Kin, do you remember? We had the same one right at the beginning. G80 3000, absolute classic. Very nice for cabs. Sorry, disregard that. Very nice for switches and stabilizer and stuff. One thing to be aware when you want to harvest keycaps from a G80 3000 with the WinKey bottom row is the stabilizer wire is bent. Can you see that? And these bent stabilizer wires will give you a hell of a bad time with plate mount builds, because these little bends, these little edges, whatever you call them, in the stabilizer wire, they will collide with the plate, and you are likely going to find that out after you've built it. So these are not good places to get 6 1/4 unit stabilizers. I just realized that I should move this up a little. Yeah, it's a bit late. Yeah, and you can also tell, like, I don't know why Cherry did this, but the stem is offset. Like I'm not sure if there's any occasion where Cherry made a 6.25 unit spacebar that has a center stem, but for the large majority of G80 keyboards with good old keycaps, especially with the double shot ABS keycaps, you are going to find these spacebars with offset stem position. So also not a good place to get your stems unless you've got a very nice kit. Like these keycaps, due to the problem with the spacebar, will not fit 100% on a modern keyboard. Apart from the offset, from the stepped caps lock, of course, but also due to the fact that the spacebar switch is also offset. Yeah, just let you know. You probably all knew this, right? Why? Oh, G80. Yeah, this keyboard is only good for the switches. It's pretty dirty, and the keycaps are crap. Like, these are not the thick PBT laser caps. These are the thin PBT laser caps. They are worn, they are dirty, and yeah, I just brought it home for the switches and all the other stuff. We just went through it, right? Offset stem here, offset spacebar stem in there. The switches are pretty decent. Okay. Pretty decent, yeah. Oh, got another box of sorted keyboards that I have to dispose of. Good. Okay, yeah. Next one. Did I read? I found a lot of G80s this time. This one's another prime example of a nice shiny keyboard. It's yet another Krankenversicherungskarten-Lesegerät keyboard. Tastatur. MX Blacks. Super shiny enter key. And very nice, smooth MX Blacks. I think this is the third version of this keyboard type that we've seen in this stream. Oh, very nice. Okay. Yeah, it's a G80 1500 head with an F date code. And F is, even by definition, clearly in the vintage age. Let me try something. Okay. They're good. Yeah, that's all there is to it. And of course, before I forget, windowed, windowed, and windowed. Yeah, some swag there. Okay, I think we've seen the same keyboard earlier in the video without any branding. This one's got some branding, and yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, just not totally worn down. It's actually hardly worn at all, I've got to say. Well, the E key is quite worn. These keys are worn. It hasn't been used for gaming because the W key's not been worn. Might have been an Italian tank driver who's been using S a lot. Let's try this. Switches are white Alps. You might not be able to see it, but it's got like a very faint Alps printing on it, and it does look like we are seeing some slits in there, so some nice pine white Alps. I think this is a Monterey K104. Yeah, it's a K104 by Monterey. It's a very classic Alps keyboard, white Alps, nice BAE layout. Some alphas move down here to make it ISO compatible. Like this is the one ISO key that you kind of need for an ISO layout. And this is the key that's been yeah, moved away to make room for this enormous enter key. Yep, nice. I would say a solid pick for an Alps keyboard. But what do I know? Come on. Okay. Yeah. So this one's probably going to be something for harvesting. It is a very similar keyboard. This is a Mike. Mike, can you please? No. Nothing. It's a keyboard with keys and stuff on it that has Alps switches and crappy keycaps, but it's very nice and clicky. Again, pine white Alps, but it seems so it's damaged. Like you can see, like this part here, someone has punched it. Oh yeah, this has probably been used. Someone's probably rage quit on this keyboard. It's a slightly different layout. They moved the key that was moved for the big ass enter key was moved up here, and they actually did the split left shift for the ISO stuff. I still think this is best used for harvesting, because you're probably not gonna get these switches in line again. And the backspace key is just gone, as is part of the stem. So yeah, nothing much you can do there. It's a pretty solid board, and I think it's got a metal. Oh yeah, it's got a metal plate. It's got pretty massive flip out feet. Nice keyboard. Unfortunately, it either requires some work to fix it, and some like replacement caps. Oh. Oh, okay. And Mike's there to the rescue. It's an NTC 5161 maybe. No, 6151. It's a NTC 6151. Let me see if I can find these randomly made up numbers somewhere on the bottom. Yeah, 6151 EA. Probably for Europe. Europe. Yeah. Nice, Mike. Lucky. I wasn't aware there were so many of these, but like some nice decent G80s, you can. It's good to have them, I guess. This is yet another G80, very basic G80 3000. Whoa, no! I got a little surprise. Give me a second. Yeah, I remember like seeing this in the bin, and I'm pushing on it and being like, there's a rubber dome. Like just reaching for it with my finger and just pushing on it a little bit. And then I thought, no, it's not a rubber dome. Look at this. MX Clears. MX Clears are really wonderful switches. They're like little magnificent little tactile cuties. G80 3000 LQMDE with a Q date code, which means we're probably like stretching it a bit if we want to call these vintage clears. But they are by far better than the modern clears that you get these days. I've seen some terrible MX Clears in boards from 2011, 2012. These are, they feel very nice. I'm definitely going to keep this one. Not going up for sale. I think it's my first G80 3000 with clears. I know I've gone through like I think 12 G80 8000s with clears here in my desoldering video. But this one's a very nice G80 3000. This one is a 6252. Oh, it's also an NTC. Now that I know where I have to look, I can take Mike's job and say this is a 6252. EA also means Alps. High performance 3D graphics from Hercules. You can probably guess how old this thing is then. I think it's several generations of jizz on this keyboard. If you by the looks of it, this is some jizz and some pet hair, which kind of makes me shiver. Let's see, it's not gonna be anything special. Yeah, it's a jizz white pine Alps. Yeah, it's got a faint Alps logo on it. It's got little pine slits. In a very neat layout. Like if I leave it in the ultrasonic cleaner over a weekend, this might actually look good again. Oh yeah, I think the stabilizer here needs some care. Oops, that's a... Oh! Yeah. Oh look, it's the magic blue Alps stabilizers. So clicky. Yeah. That switch is gone. But I shouldn't have pulled it off. Come on. Just want it to stick. Still gets a sticker, and yeah, this is a nice project board, or nice for harvesting. But I think, yeah, you might want to clean these switches if you want to reuse them. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to check on the next keyboard. So this one's no surprise. I guess you've all guessed it. This is an Dell Alps. It's called 8102DW. This translates to like different shades of yellow on the keycaps, and nice black Alps. Ooh. No slits though. Like, I don't even think there's other pine black Alps. Yeah, like it's also a great. This is a great board for the rabbit hole kit, or for a restoration project. Yeah, you shouldn't be eating when I go through the recycler finds, because there's some nasty stuff going on in there. Okay, and then there's this keyboard here. I asked people if these are Alps, and they said no, they're not Alps. So I decided to read it. I read the reply after I already left, and I already took the board. So I thought, ooh, wow, green Alps. Like, it's a color of Alps that is uncommon. I must be legendary now. But I think it's not so uncommon. I think you can get them fairly easily. And I don't even think they're Alps. Like, someone said they're clones, and makes me sad. So I can either just dump this, or hype these kinds of clones by giving them an amazing review. Oh yeah, they are definitely better than Nixie's. I still want to take a look at the inside of this keyboard. I'm pretty sure this is like the same keyboard everyone else has, only with a very rare kind of Alps that are going to make me rich overnight. Okay. Yeah, the switches, they just don't look like Alps. Bad news for me, so I guess I'm gonna be starving for Christmas. Oh. What kind of clones are these? Oh yeah, just looking at the chat. Damn, these bent pins, like desoldering Alps is such a pain. Who taught factory workers, I don't know, were these things machine soldered or hand soldered in the 90s? I don't know. Who came up with the bent pins on Alps keyboards and clones? But I really want these to be Alps. Like, that would be so sweet. Oh. Yeah, I think I can turn off the soldering iron again. Yeah, sure, Mike, you're right, but couldn't I think of something better to do this? I've never seen bent pins on any Cherry keyboard I can recall. It's one of the things that really makes Alps a pain to deal with. Okay, and here's the real Christmas treat. A nice, I think I've had like a couple of those in my hauls before. And this is another board I'm not getting tired of. It has got the control key. The control key for caps lock. It has got the stepped Groß key, which is... yay. And it's got like the cutest enter key ever. Oh man, this key's so cute. Come here, little cutie. Look at it. Yeah, it's got really nice keycap. It goes from F1 to F10 and then from F11 all the way to F30. Like F30. Can you even think of that many functions? Like, I can't. Really nice keycaps. One of the few big as enter Cherry keyboards. I don't think it was actually Cherry made. Oh yeah, it uses like a dummy switch here. It uses like the normal stabilizers for the ISO enter, and then it just takes another keycap down here. You can probably put an ISO enter here, and then just put a, I don't know what switch here, and it's still gonna work. Oh yeah, and it's got these crazy legends on the on this keycap. Like, these legends are just impossibly sized. Like, look at the comparison between these legends and these legends. It's like hashtag. Actually, I think I need this keycap. Like, this is the proper hashtag keycap. Like, you haven't hashed a tag until you've hashtagged with this key cap. Yeah. And it's also a weird combination of these kind of strange stepped caps down here that actually don't need to be stepped. Oh, let me check something. I think the stream is getting choppy here. Yeah, so this is a really nice one. I better finish up before this stream cuts off. I was going to make this a very relaxed afternoon. Oh yeah, this one's also got like probably great. Yeah, these are some really nice black MX Black switches. Yeah, and it's not a G80. See, like this is some kind of other stuff. It looks like some NTC or something like that. Yeah, I think I've seen keyboards like this that had like totally different switches and stuff. I don't know which ones though. And next up is a totally different keyboard from a totally different company. A company that is called Siemens. And they made this keyboard. Yay. It's pretty much the exact same keyboard, only with all the German caps yellowed. So they probably, yeah, you can tell that these keyboards have been made for the international market, and that all the German specific cabs have been swapped in, and they had like a totally different yellowing experience. These are clearly like, these are German cabs. You can just tell by looking at the yellowed cabs that they've been swapped in. Even on the numpad, you can tell it even on the numpad. These build caps, Lösch einfügen, and the end cap down here, for example, didn't get a special German cap. Oh wow, it's got a 1-unit control. I think every time I look at this keyboard, I find something new that I like a lot, and probably keep repeating myself. Oh, it's got plus and minus. And it's got the little enter key. It's got the 1-unit backspace. Yay! Yeah, it's just a lovely keyboard. It's not even ISO. Oh, see, where's the escape key? See, it moved. They moved the ISO key up here, and there's no escape key. Well, yeah. The last keyboard for today. This one, I call this one the Barbarossa Schinken. If you don't, you're gonna like it if you're German. This is the Barbarossa Schinken keyboard, which is pretty much the same keyboard as the two before. It's just another one of these Nixdorf keyboards. You can never have enough of them, even if you don't love the keycaps. You will love the switches because they are buttery. They're great. Like, these are good vintage blacks, super nice. Little enter key down here, very important. Never leave home without it. It's got 30 F keys, and they are fucking used. Like, you can say Druck. This one's like ordering, information system, order processing, master data. So this keyboard's been well used. 30 F keys, all in use. Yeah. Let me see if I can give you... Oh yeah, that's the shine. There is the shine. That's a mirror finish there. Barbarossa Schinken. Nice and shiny. That's the last one for today. It was a pretty decent haul today, I gotta say. They had a lot of trays there. We didn't have any bombs today, but I think we still had like a couple of nice keyboards today. A lot of G80s again. I'm very happy about this because I kept running low on... No, I didn't really run low on G80s, but I felt like they were underrepresented in my previous streams. Very few G81s this time, don't you think? Which is good. Yeah, really nice. These keyboards are of course the nicest ones that I found today. This part here is probably my also, this is also a nice part. Yeah, I keep getting so overly excited about these. Yeah. Yeah, so just reading some more input from the chat here. I think, yeah, Mike's saying that the escape key is supposed to be somewhere up here in the numpad. Usually, I've seen that on other keyboard, and he's right. But yeah, I don't think that they've included it anywhere here. So nice going there. Bold move. What else we have? Oh yeah, he's also claiming that this is actually a G80. I'm not gonna open it up. I think we've went through this before, and I said this looks like some kind of thingy, and he said no, it's not. I said, oh yeah, the rubber has kind of shifted its form, like it's getting sticky. Oh, and we've got a date code on here. It's a 98. Sorry, it's an 89 date code. April of 89. Very nice. Like this one's top switches, baby. And yeah, massive spacebar here. Yeah, that's it. I think that's been there's been a year full of amazing hauls. I've had a lot of fun. I've found a huge amount of great keyboards this year. I'm really going to start letting go of some in January. Probably going to be putting some on eBay and some on Desk Authority for for friendly prices for people who need them for parts and stuff. Another thing that I've been working on in the past month with an American friend of mine, Cindy from Electronics Plus. She's been sending me huge amounts of keyboards, and she is considering to reduce her business, and we have organized transport of a lot of her keyboards to Germany. I have taken the first shipment already, which is around about 40 keyboards, I think, and I will be selling those on her behalf. So those won't be my own keyboards to sell, but instead I am selling these and paying Cindy a part of the revenue as her share. So those will probably go on eBay a lot, and I won't be able to give great rebates on those. Oh yeah, I'm just seeing that Kin is going to bed. Nighty Kin, thanks for watching. It must be, yeah, whenever I see Kin is up and active, I just don't calculate what time it is in Korea. I think it's 4 in the morning in Korea. I don't think he sleeps at all. Like, he does sleep, but it's strange times. Yeah, that's what's going on. So yeah, there's going to be a couple of keyboards I'm going to be selling that are obviously from the US. A lot of ANSI layout Model M's. Probably a lot of other American layout keyboards. So far I've been getting a lot of Wise keyboards with great potential for nice smooth vintage switches. So great harvesting material that I'm going to be selling at pretty much no profit. Yeah, some Alps. Yeah, just generally some stuff that I don't find at the recycler here, but that you can find in the US. Yeah, stay tuned for this. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed these videos. This one's been a very, I would say, loose feel video, so I've been rambling a lot, and I've taken my time with the finds, and I just thought it'd be fun to do it like this towards the end of the year. Relax a little bit. Aww, it made a little poo on my desk. So yeah, I hope you all have a very relaxed Christmas season, which is unlikely to happen, but I still hope you, I still wish you a very relaxed Christmas season. Enjoy this time of the year, and yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions for future videos of this type. Today I'm feeling like this might be. Is this why? Like, why are you doing this to me? Pump, like little pump. Oh, 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 wait. I can see it's coming. Oh. This is really stuff that should be done in the live stream. Good. Okay. Yeah, I think this bottle's done. Yeah, just keep some more suggestions coming for future formats. I think the live streams are fun. I want my plans for next year are definitely going to be a bit more diversity. I want to be going to some other projects. I've been talking about this before. I still got this nice little fella laying around. This one's begging to be put into a beam spring, and this is my personal project of the year. It's such a shame that it's so underappreciated in this year's Desk Authority Awards. The Desk Authority user EM Dude made a beam spring, a capacitive keyboard, PCB swap in for some rare and hard to convert beam spring keyboards. Very excited to put this in beam spring. I've got the beam spring in a different box, and I don't even think it needs a full restoration. I'm just going to do a video with a PCB replacement. Yeah, probably a foam replacement. Yeah, I'm already making this harder than it has to be. But yeah, stuff like that. Maybe also doing like a controller, like a controller conversion with a Pro Micro. Stuff like that should be done. Oh yeah, good point. I'm just looking at the chat, and Kexy's he's mentioning that it's a shame these stupid the stupid live chat from YouTube for these live streams, it cannot be replayed. Replayed. You can have a chat while the video runs, but it's not available afterwards. Like when I finish my videos and I see, oh, there's been some messages in the chat, and I've already closed the stream, a few moments later everything's gone forever, so I can't even check any feedback that I've gotten in the chat. So it's a big shame, because I feel like the appealing thing about these live streams could be that they could be a little bit interactive, maybe due to, well, I don't know, maybe I should integrate the live chat in a little window on the screen here, like down there, here, or here. Oh yeah, well, I'll think about it. I'll come up with something, and yeah, I hope I can bring something new and innovative again next year, along with a lot more super important build videos. I've seen the build video for the what is it? Lightsaber 3? Yeah, we need a Lightsaber 3 build. We need some more TX keyboards. The TX60 is coming up next year, and you should all be very excited for it. I've seen some pictures of the prototype. A friend of mine, Daniel, has been lucky enough to be picked as the prototype customer for the TX60, and he has done a magnificent build with GMK burgundy caps and really sweet looking kit there. I'm definitely going to binge on these keyboards. I think LifeZone also has a 60% coming up, which is sounds very exciting. Yeah, don't tray mount, bro. Don't tray, bro. No. Stop getting tray mount keyboards. Get proper keyboards with a case mounted plate, which means that you put the switches in a plate, and then you mount the plate to the keyboard case. You don't put the keycap, you don't put the switches in a plate, and then you solder the switches to the PCB, and then you mount the PCB to the case. I mean, you might realize that this is a crappy construction. Like the PCB case connection can never be nearly as solid as the connection between a solid steel or brass plate and a nice aluminum case. Get some plate mounted keyboard kits, meaning plate mounted to the case. It's going to blow your mind. Upgrade, bros. Oh, sorry, I'm sounding like such a douche. Upgrade. See how you like it. I'm pretty sure you're going to be impressed. I remember first time I got one of these kits was probably 1.5 years ago with my TX CP. I got a TXCP from the first group buy that Yuxi on Geekhack was running, and I was blown away. So that was life changing. I don't think I've seen a positive balance on my bank account since. It was really nice, and really, there's reasons to get tray mounted kits. Like for example, the ZZ96 is a tray mounted kit, which is pretty neat. And I actually went for a plateless build there and used some PCB mounted MX clears. That's a nice option. You only have the PCB mount option, the PCB only mount option if you have a tray mount, but beyond that there's really no huge benefit in having a tray mount. Yeah, I'm preaching a little bit here because I'm pretty sure at this point only the hardcore nerds are going to be listening, and yeah, you've all heard this. You've all heard me have this talk before. Yeah, so I'm excited for next year. I think this has been a fun year, not a great year. We've seen some very promising projects go down the drain. My biggest say hurtness, my biggest disappointment. I don't want to say disappointment because it's a bit harsh, but I'm very heartbroken over the way that the Model MF went. It's a bit sad. This was very promising. It's been had my hopes up for this one, but yeah, we're seeing new projects. We have to keep our mind open. We're seeing some nice stuff happening on Desk Authority, and we're seeing some nice things happening on Geekhack and on Reddit. And of course, there's a lot of shit going on in China right now. Like, China's really moving up there, guys. So yeah, it's amazing to see how Chinese makers and Chinese companies have been dominating the custom keyboard market in such a short time. Like they've like completely run over the market in a very short time. We've got Z Frontier selling GMK keycaps. We've got keyboard fans, KBD fans, literally flooding the market with high quality, amazingly priced keyboard kits. We've had some Switch group buys by this Senin32 dude who's been selling Cherry switches at never before seen prices. Yeah, so a lot. I mean, this hobby is really going through the roof. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be part of it. It's always fun. It's always exciting. I hope I find Nixies at the recycler, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, have fun, guys. Thanks very much for watching. It's been a fun year. Maybe I'll do 1 or 2 more streams this year, depending on how I feel like and how the weather is and stuff. But yeah, I think this was a nice opportunity to wrap this year up a little bit. And yeah, maybe I'll just rewatch this stream next year and see how things have developed since, and we're gonna do a little recap of next year. Hopefully with a lot of recycler Nixies then. Hopefully like to an amount like a truckload. A truckload, yeah. That's something that's very reasonable. Yeah. Another cookie. You can't smell the goodness, right? Look at this. Getting fat. Thanks very much for watching. It's been even more fun than usually. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you really watched the whole video, then like thumbs up for you. Like that was great performance there from you.